Hey, what's up guys, NPS3D here and welcome back. So in today's tutorial we will going to take a look how to create some low poly inside Element 3D. So we will create all the things like some mountains, water waves and underwater scene and some fish. So we will create all the things inside Element 3D and it's so simple. And here is something new. I created a new channel called this extra animation. Wait, I created a new channel called this extra animation where you can find all the things in Hindi, total Hindi. So please subscribe and help me to grow up my channel. And here is my main channel called this NPS3D where you can find all the things in related to After Effects, Cinema 4D, and here you can also find some tutorials, tips, tricks, experiment, also some work and breakdown, and also some project file. So you can also follow me on Instagram where I put my all upcoming works. So here is my new upcoming works, but let's focus on my new tutorial, let's focus on my this tutorial called this low poly. So my home is almost near the public road, so here is too much noise, so I am so sorry for that. Let's continue the tutorial and let's see how we can create this effect inside Element 3D and After Effects. So but first take a look what we are going to create today. Alright, so you can see here are some cloud, mountain, water waves and underwater scene. Here are some fish are going. So here is some night scene. So let's do this. So first select all this and put in new folder called this low poly. And create a new composition 9020 by 1080 and we'll rename it low poly underwater 2. Okay, drag it out of this folder. Okay, so create a new solid, Element 3D, hit enter and control space. For FX console you can, this is a free plugin, you can download it from videocopilot.net, and we will apply the Element 3D effect on this layer. Alright, this is a effect by videocopilot.net. Okay, go to the scene setup and here you can create a plane for our water. So increase the size maybe 7 by 7, and if we go to the wireframe mode, here you can see the segment. So we will increase the segment maybe 15 and 15. Alright, so back to the shaded mode. And one most important thing, anytime you want to apply any distortion, maybe deform effect with any Element 3D layer, you have to go to the surface option where you can find the normals and just change the from model to the dynamic deform, and also change the edge mode disconnected to connected. And you can also play with subdivision. Here you can see 1, maybe 6, 4, so maybe 2. Okay, so we will go with 0 because we don't need much segment. So we will also check the optimize mesh. Here you can see Okay, we good to go. Alright, so here is one more problem. The plane is not showing from below, so we'll just enable the two side plane. Okay, now go to the, and here is our plane is group 1, so hit OK and go to the group 1 particle look and the deform, but our plane is not showing, so we'll just create a new camera, custom to 35 millimeter. Press C on your keyboard and drag it here. Now go to the element 3D layer and just go to the group 1 particle look and deform, and just go to the noise, hit enable, and now play with some intensity. Okay, also play with scale, and we will put a expression to evaluation. So press Alt and click on this key icon and put a expression called time star, maybe 150 for wave. Okay, and here in the advanced mode you can play with some longer wave, so we will go with this look. Okay, we can also change it later, but it is good for now. Okay, so press C on your keyboard and maybe go here. Okay, so if you want to increase the plane, so we'll go here plane and we will change it maybe 12 by 12, or we can maybe 55, sorry, we'll change this maybe 90, sorry, 12, here we'll put 19. So let's see. Oh, so here is a problem. Anytime if you put different numbers on this X and Y, it will disappear from your current view, so you will have to put the same number on this X and Y. So if we will put 15 here, we also have to put 15 here, so you can see. Alright, so now it's good. Okay, good. So go back to the scene setup and create our mountains. So for mountain we'll create a new pyramid, maybe, yes, and here is our pyramid. So we'll change this to Iceland, maybe. This is mountain, but we call this Iceland. So unsolo this object, solo this object. Okay, and now go back to the wireframe mode, and here is too much segment, so we will decrease it from here. So that's why we will, if we sorry, so if we will check this box no smoothing, it will look like low poly, so we will decrease the segment maybe 15. Alright, we will decrease or increase it later, depend on our look. Okay, so we will also increase it longer like this, maybe increase a little bit more. Okay, cool. But we will put the Iceland into another group 2. Okay, so here is, maybe we forget to check this box. Okay, now here is our Iceland, so disable this group 1, so we will work on the group 2 particle look deform, and go to the noise section, hit enable, and now play with intensity. So what we missed? We missed the deform section, So we will go to the scene setup of element 3D and go to the group 2 and just click on the your Iceland object and just go to the surface option, and here we will change it to from model to dynamic deform. And here if we use disconnected the it will look like this, and if we will choose the connected, so it will look like this. Okay, so we will also play with some setting like scale for random look. Maybe this will good. Also decrease it little bit. Okay, maybe okay, it's good. So back to the scene setup, and just play with size. So you can also scale it, so scale it look like this. So let's see. So it's now longer. So we also duplicate this object for creating our busy. So reset view. Okay, so W and Alt and drag it behind here. Okay, now scale it maybe like this. Also duplicate this, maybe R scale little bit, and also we back to this first and create one more. That's why you can see, or maybe like this. So let's see our final look and back it here. What we did, so we'll play and adjust it here. Okay, so here is our main Iceland, and that okay, so we will also increase the plane height and width. So we'll put 25 and 25. Okay, and go to the group 2 and particle replicator, and here we will play with the x and y z position. So we will maybe here, so see and drag here. Okay, go to the scene setup, group 2, and here we can also duplicate this big one here. So let's see our look, final look. Maybe little bit smaller. You can see. So play with some random look, you will also always find a different look, and we will also put a big one behind all these three. So we will put this one maybe like this, scale it like this. Okay, so let's see our final look. Alright, it's looking good. Now go to the material tabs. So I mean, let's do work on this all this material. So go to the plane mode. So first we will work on this water wave. So go to the material tab, and here we will change the color. So we will also look like this. Glossiness may be 90, and reflectivity may be little bit, and we will play with some here reflection mode, maybe mirror. So now you can see a little bit like this, but we will change maybe spherical, and reflectivity maybe little bit Okay, good. And now for both mountains, one material for all this. So we'll go to the group 2 and this material, and we will choose the maybe like this glossiness maybe. So let's see. All right, but give me little bit lighter color, and also so let's see. Okay, good. Maybe it's good. Now play with some lights. So go to this group reflection mode and change it to spherical. Okay, create a new light, call this ambient light, and maybe a little bit like this. Okay, let's see, we'll adjust it later. So create a new light, call this parallel light, increase the light intensity. Okay, so go back to the ambient light and decrease the light intensity, maybe 76. Also go back to the light 2 and decrease this light. Okay, so go to the custom view number 1, and here we will change the light position, maybe here. Okay, good. Control Z, go to the custom view camera number 1, and now we will go to the light 2, cast shadow on, go to the element 3D layer, render setting, and here we will also play with environment. So in this case we will change the environment, maybe something. I am using backlight collection, so you can also download it from videocopilot.net. So maybe in this case I will use, let's see which is good for our scene. Maybe try this one. Okay, we will also change it later. So but for now this is good, and here you can play with settings like this. We can also change the tint. If you choose like this, all these things will be maybe, I don't know, maybe some bluish tint. Okay, go to the shadow mode, enable shadow, red traced. Okay, now casting shadows. Go to the ambient occlusion, hit enable, red traced. So it's not looking good, that's why we will work with SSAO. So intensity may be 5. Good. So you can see, but the web is so large, so we will go to the group 1, particle look, and here we will just decrease it maybe like this, and maybe here. Now it's time to add some fog, that's why it's looking more believable. So go to the render setting and go to the fog, close this and go to the render setting, fog, hit enable. Okay, so when we add some fog, if you add 100%, maybe we'll change the color, maybe green, or maybe maybe some reddish, maybe we'll play with some blue, dark blue maybe. Okay, and fog distance, and we'll decrease a little bit more, before after. Okay, good, good. Okay, so if we will come, the fog will go out, and if we came out, the fog will cover all the things. Okay, good. Control S. Now create a new solid, call this background, and we will add a gradient, swap colors, and we will change maybe blue, more light blue. When we will also add a background, a sky background, but in this case it will be okay. Okay, so this fog setting maybe. Okay, good. Background, we will change it a little bit darker, maybe like this. Okay, good. And now we will add some fish, and also we will add some underwater wave. So this will now it will look like this, but if when we will add some underwater wave, it will look different. So go back to the element 3D layer, go to the scene setup, and create or drag it this plane, like Alt Shift copy, rotate 90, rotate into the copy and rotate it. So we'll put it look like this maybe, and if so, okay, but it's not looking good, and we cannot see behind this plane. So for this we will call this underwater, and my English is not good, so I'm so sorry for that. So create a new material here, or duplicate this, duplicate and paste, copy and paste, and just select this material, and we will change the color maybe dark blue. Okay, and we will go to the advanced mode, and here we will play with opacity. Okay, so now good, we will see this is looking underwater scene. Okay, now it's time to add some fish. So what we do, we will create a new group, drag it out of all this, and group number 3, and we will call this fish, and create a pyramid, maybe cone, I don't know, sorry, cone, yes, cone, sorry, cone. So we'll rotate it like this and like this, also no smoothing, 12, and just drag it, rotate, okay, good, it will look like fish. So we will go to the hit OK, and go to the group maybe 3. Okay, go to the group number 3, and particle look, increase the size so we can see the object, but it's not showing. So where is the object? Maybe behind this. So here drag it out of this here. Okay, it's so big, so we will decrease the particle size, maybe 12 or maybe 5, and drag below the underwater. Good. And we will also use particle replicator, maybe point to 3D grid here, and we will put y position maybe 3, g3, and x maybe x3, y1, and g3. So we will change it later. So scale maybe also 3, maybe 2. Good. Okay, and we will also play with random rotation, sorry, random size, so our fish will some small and some big. And we will also change the model design here, so scale and look like this. Okay, good. Also change, we will also change the front. Good, now it's looking like fish. Okay, good. And we will also change the particle size, maybe 3. Okay, good. Scale maybe like this, and we will change it to 1, maybe 2. Okay, go to the scatter, replicator, effect and scatter, and here sorry, particle noise, and here we will add a expression times star 100, maybe 145. Okay, and we will noise amount maybe 19. So let's see. Okay, good. So next step is we will add a scatter effect. So G scatter, maybe Y scatter 15. Good, maybe 9. Okay, good. So drag it little bit more below. Okay, good. And now we will animate all the things. So first we will animate the camera. So create a new null object, F4, hit, make sure this null is 3D, and parent camera to this null. Okay, now go to press P and just zoom and go to the element 3D layer. Just full render to preview. That's why we will work much more faster. Okay, so go here, also here, maybe here. Okay, press shift and R. So we will also add some rotation. So 12, before minus 12. Let's see. Okay, here we are also 12, maybe 12. Let's see. Okay, in the 3 second it will 0, 0 and 0. Okay, and this will look like this. Okay, control S, and now here, maybe here. Okay, so we will move our fish. So his position. So yes, here. So press a keyframe here and drag all these fish out of this comp and just move some frames and move this side, all these fish this side. Okay, Control S, and we will also some more movement. So we will also maybe like this. Okay, so let's see. If we did anything wrong, we will change it. So it is just a preview. Okay, it's looking good. So it's just a basic idea how I created, and here is some problem. Maybe if you will not happy with this underwater plane, I mean water wave, this plane, so we will, what you will do, you will just go to the scene setup and create a new plane or drag this plane out of this comp and just work with this plane with another group and deform some little bit. So I think it's good for now, and if I will also drag this layer maybe little bit up, that's why it's not looking, now it's not looking good. So we will, if we will just little bit up, maybe the gap will be filled. Okay, now it's good. So Control S, create a new solid, new adjustment layer. We'll also add a cause effect, maybe red, a little bit red, also some green, maybe not blue, that's some blue effect. Okay, so you can see the result, it's looking little bit nicer. Now add a slide effect, drag it here. If you not happy with your result, just go again all this group and just play with some setting, and always you will find a different look. So let's take a final look with motion blur, and for render setting, go to the render setting. Okay, and super sampling maybe 2, hit enhanced multi-sampling, and here you also change that 8 to 16. Okay, when you will going to final render, just enable the motion blur, that's why it will look more good. So let's take a final look with motion blur. Alright, so you can see the result. So play with your choice, play setting with your choice. So I will going to disable the motion blur because my system is going to little bit slow, so we will disable this. And now let's create some cloud. For cloud, go to the scene setup of Element 3D and create a new sphere. Just drag up out of this out of this group and create a new group. We'll call this group number 4. You will also rename it called cloud, but this is okay for me. And for segment, we will go to the wireframe. Here is 2 month segment, so we'll creating low poly, so we need low segment. So go to the sphere and maybe 2 segment. Good. R and scale it like this. Good. Hit OK. Go to the custom view. See half. Here is our cloud. So go to the group 4 particle replicator, and we will choose the plane or maybe 3D grid. So we will choose the 3D grid and scale it like this. Go to the particle look and increase the particle size randomness, and also maybe it will okay. So Z direction maybe 3 and Y will change with 1. So let's see. Okay, and we will also shape scale look like this, and we will also go to the replicator scatter and some more randomness. You can see Y, X, Y. Sorry, we will not go to Y. We will also only work with X and G. Okay, and maybe let's see 3. Okay, and go to 1 and maybe up like this. 7, maybe 5. Go to the active camera. Here you can see some little cloud. Okay, and if you want to add some noise on this cloud, so go to the deform section and play with some setting, but this is okay for me. So thanks for watching my video, thanks for loving me. I am NPS3D and keep watching. And one more thing, stay with me. I will always put some interesting work on YouTube, also share on Facebook, Instagram. So please keep in touch. So thanks for watching my video, thanks for loving me. I am NPS3D and keep watching.